A lot of former rival series players on the field. We are underway in a best of 5 for, in many ways, survival in this spring split.
Today, we'll see if Hoxer has a little bit better luck on that internet as well, as that became a bit of a problem yesterday, but still got them through as he was able to reconnect. He's a big piece of that team. Shot from Hoxer across. Magic Bear able to control that one as he catches it on the far side of the net. And J-Pow gonna punish him. Don't you touch that ball, sir. How dare you?
Alpha kept there quickly, but easily sent away by Percy. This is an Alpine team that, it's amazing they find themselves where they do in the standings, still with a fighting shot at getting into that top 6. They need an excellent finish. Here's Hoxer, didn't get the double. J-Pow's shot is on, and it goes right by the Alpine defense.
Sometimes you don't need the double if your other man's there, and J-Pow just waiting just in case. He's like, I believe you, Hoxer, but I'm here just in case you need me. His card came in, call came up, J-Pow comes in to finish it off. Another goal at 4:04 too. That was another error code there popping up, so that's becoming a bit of a trend today.
We'll see if it's a fatal error for Alpine as Magic Bear and Percy. It'll be Percy that clears. Trying to hit Jordan in stride downfield. Got him and could not follow up, but there's Magic Bear. Around 1. It's Hoxer next up. Easy clear. Again, what a presence Hoxer has become on this XSET squad. Alpha Kep gave way to Percy, and that's actually great from Alpha Kep. Kind of created a mess there, but he forced Magic Bear off the play by threatening the demolition of midfield, and that's why Magic wasn't able to follow that play up initially, and it relieved a lot of pressure on XSET.
Magic Bear tries to get up against J-Pow there. Nothing to come of it. And Alpha Kep now wins at 50. Offense back on control in the favor here of XSET for the moment. They really do seem to be winning the majority of the 50s. Really, a lot of it coming off of Hoxer in terms of control and possession time. J-Pow here once again to support Hoxer. Diving save with a backflip from Percy. Alpha Kep tries to get up and double tap it down. Can't get it in front of the net, and they will have to scramble back to defense.
Hoxer had to take charge and take some boost away, but now it's J-Pow. One-on-one with Jordan, who tips that just wide. Alpha Kep couldn't finish, but Hoxer can.
This XSET offense is moving right now, just swarming the ball. Alpha Kep shot. Jordan has to save. All 3 players coming from that far post side. Nobody able to get there, and Hoxer puts it just inside that left post. So, ton of offense here so far. A lot of speed, a lot of boost steals and possession time, and, you know, some kickoff goals to go along with it as they break into the second half.
It was a kickoff goal from Stokely that was backbreaking for version 1 in the last series. It may be this from J-Pow that breaks Alpine, at least in this opening game. Might have put this game out of reach. Alpine have not had many signs of life in the first half of the opening game. That's one, but Hoxer gets back for the save. Gives up the corner boost. Didn't need it. J-Pow has that directed into the corner. Hoxer thought about it. Alpha Kep indecisiveness, and that lack of communication lets Alpine back in the game.
Well, a little bit of miscomms. Alpha Kep a little too far forward as that third man. You can see him kind of get thrown too, because Hoxer looked like he was going to go for it. Yep. He kind of wiggled a little bit, and at that point, Alpha Kep had already bid on it. Gets faked out by his own teammate. Alpha Kep angry, mad about that last play. He's going to come out for a demo real early on Magic Bear. J-Pow here up against Magic Bear. He'll lose that one. Magic Bear almost ends up touching that one. Luckily doesn't, as Jordan was already up for it. Could have created a bit of a mismatch and counterattack opportunity for XSET. And down the field they go again. Hoxer leading the charge as usual. J-Pow in the second spot. And that's something that has been super consistent, right? You get into these rotational plays and we talk about where these teams like to play at, who's going to be the first one down the field, who's the first touch. Yeah, there's an idea of what you want, but typically it doesn't necessarily come to fruition. Everybody's got to play every position. Really, XSET, though, has the majority of the time Oxer has been the one in control and the one to lead it downfield.
Alpha Cap and Magic Bear both actually came up empty with that ball in the corner. Now Jordan looking to set up a teammate, but there is nobody nearby. Magic Bear is finally there, but way too late. Now Magic trying to set up Percy all the same. Amazing that Alpine has kept this play alive. Magic Bear up to Jordan, redirect down, and Hoxer there to sweep that away. Boy, Jordan has had some crazy plays up around the backboard in his young career. Didn't quite work out this time.
And the last one was a big clear down for Hoxer as he got beat out. Magic Bear will try and take this one away. Comes off of it. It looked like Percy was going to come forward, but decided not to either. Nobody deciding who could beat Alpha Cap. They all call themselves off. In possession now is Percy as he looks to beat this through the corner. Little boost steal in the mid from Jordan. Hoxer looking for the double tap. Has it! There it is, 4-1.
Wow. Boy, Hoxer, again, difference maker for XSET. I say it every time we get to see Hoxer perform like this. There are going to be teams down the line in North America kicking themselves that they let this one slip through their fingers. Hoxer with 2 out of the 4 goals that XSET scored, and he'll get an assist here on J-Pow as he puts game 1 completely out of reach.
The amount of offense that XSET has had has been astounding. 13 shots right now to 7, almost doubling the number of shots of Alpine, and the amount of times that the shots have been threatening, well, the scoreline shows that they've had a little more threat on their shots. Looking for another one just for the road. Why not? Hoxer tries to pop one up to J-Pow. It's going to fall down. J-Pow actually, what is this attempt, J-Pow? Almost has it. It's a beat just a little bit high. If that had gone in, I may have had to just do a lap around the room. That was a ridiculous attempt to try and pick up and backflip, flick that down and in. The scoreline, though, and the stats on screen, dominant performance from XSET here in game number 1.
Alpine's got to shake off the rust here and get going. And that last play from J-Pow, that's a sign that XSET is super confident here despite all the pressure that's on them in this series. And if you're Alpine, kind of your inner competitor has to come out here. That has to infuriate you. They have to come out angry in game 2 and want to absolutely bury XSET, try and at least bring them back down to earth a little bit. I mean, if there's no fire out of Alpine here in game 2, then it is curtains. They absolutely have to win this game. Alpha Cap wins that through. Jordan to follow up. And Hoxer just kind of left flat-footed there. We'll see if that's a sign of things to come for Alpine in game 2.
Jordan gonna have a touch here, but Hoxer gets the beat. Follow up from Alpha Cap. He's going to chase this one for the back wall. Can't get there as Percy beats him through, but he is going to get that boost steal in the corner and make the cut since he has boost to get a little bump and just break up the push. Make sure that they can't make it out of their half for Alpine Esports, and it's got to be infuriating to just not be able to break out of your half very often. Start of game 2 looking much the same, but J-Pow cuts off Alpha Cap.
Jordan rolls one across that he can even chase down himself. Magic Bear, a lot to work with. Flip reset, went to the ground. J-Pow in no man's land and somehow made the save.
Comes in, Magic Bear looks for the bump, waits it out. Sitting under him, knows he can't jump. Second player coming in, threads the needle to get in between the two of them and make the save. Great effort on that back line. Great patience. Shot on the money. Alpha Cap's first goal of the series.
That is a 2-goal swing if I ever saw one. J-Pow with an incredible save, and it springs XSET downfield. Oh my goodness. If Alpine couldn't convert there, this could be a very long and painful game for them. Still 3.5 to go. A lot to work with. Jordan through one. Only one more to beat, but Hoxer's up to the task. And again, Alpine are left wondering what they have to do to get past this XSET defense.
Another scary one there as Hawks are just off the mark. There was a pass forward. Alpha Cap shot. Defender already being messed with. J-Pow in the face of Percy. And Alpha Cap's second goal as he puts one in again, thanks to the efforts of J-Pow.
That physical play, it just makes defenses, especially the teams that you're going to typically see in the first lower round of the knockout gauntlet, it makes them so uncomfortable, and it's critical to staying alive in a tournament like this. The pressure's really on Alpine. They're not responding well to it. Alpha Cap calmly off the backboard. This is the poise we saw throughout the series against Envy yesterday.
Percy here trying to beat out Hoxer. In a battle in the corner as Magic Bear is just going to throw one on net. 2 people home. J-Pow will be the one to come up and make the play. Beats Jordan out in the corner here, and Percy on a quick attack. That'll force Hoxer back.
The way this goes from Hoxer, Percy's got to get to it quick. He does, but it's right at J-Pow. The defensive positioning and the reads as Jordan gets bumped out of the play. So does Magic Bear. J-Pow working overtime here. Percy's still able to keep it alive. The positioning and reads out of
what is this?
Out of XSET are remarkable. Percy's going to try to get to this. Doesn't in time. J-Pow, Hoxer, doesn't matter. Jordan swatted away again. I've never seen a team use physical play to this extent without demolitions. They're not hitting them enough to take them off the field. They're just knocking them into the next map.
Oh, it's one of those ones where it's like, just knock them out. Let them submit. Let them do something. And the guy's just punching him in the face over and over and over again. And the guy just won't go down. They are going down in the score line, though. Still a 2-0 lead here for XSET. This one not blowing out and ballooning up quite like it did in game number 1. Opportunity here.
Oh.
No! J-Pow somehow finds a way to get in. Oh, I don't even know what's going on. I'm done. Stacks. There's nothing he can't do right now.
Unbelievable. After the bump, it was 2-1. There's no way J-Pow could get to that ball. And he did. Oh, Hoxer was going to turn on that. And Magic Bear wagged his finger, said, not today. Alpha Cap has J-Pow waiting, but he can't get the pass over to him. Now Hoxer. Again, J-Pow still very patiently waiting. Got spun out by Jordan, so Alpha Cap comes up. Final minute, burning off the clock. And Alpine still yet to get out of their own zone. Finally, Jordan gets across the center line, but that's it. Magic Bear had to take a moment to go grab boost. And it's all he could do just to slow down J-Pow. Alpha kept looking for the dagger. Could not get it. But more time off the clock. Double on the way. And blocked by Jordan. Alpha follows. And that's going to do it for game 2.
You know, shots way down on both sides here. I guess I don't want to say way down. Only down 3 on the side of Alpine. But it's almost half the number of shots that they took in the last game. But they can't convert anything. You look at the actual scores, which we don't, whatever. Doesn't necessarily tell the story on the pitch. But when, Magic Bear's at 90, Percy's at 138, it starts telling a story. Zeros across the board other than 2 shots from Percy and 2 shots from Magic Bear. Zeros in every other category. XSET is just holding it down. I'm not even talking about goal number 4 that went in because I just don't see the point stacks.
Alpha Cap with a hat trick has a higher game score than Alpine. And
that's a score line that we can talk about and tells a story, right? That one is very telling.
And Kep is not the guy that's, if you need a hard carry for XSET, if everybody else is off, I don't know if Alpha Kep is going to be that guy. But he is going off in this series, and he's going to add another. What a setup.
I feel like it's going to be another day where I'm not sure if Daz has done it yet, but if you haven't and you need something to put out on Twitter right now, there's about 50 billion Alpha Cap gifts that you can find on it. Might as well start posting them now because he's feeling good after game 2. Almost a 700-point scoreline, 4 goals on 5 shots. That's a great way to go ahead and boost your shooting percentage for the regional.
Unbelievable. Just like we can see, of course, the kind of the in-game highlight reel. You're seeing it as well. Just some of the saves. Then Alpha Cap, part of his hat trick in this game. This is not what we're used to seeing out of Alpine. And they've got, a good 25 seconds here in between games to try and figure out how they're going to survive in this tournament. XSET just has their number.
XSET's got more than their number. XSET is just taken everything from them. They are going to leave them with nothing at this point, looking to just 3-0 sweep them. Quick and easy, clean, get in, get out, get the job done, and move on with their day.
J-Pow starting it off from the opening kickoff, and it's Magic Bear looking in the general direction of Jordan. It's going to work out for Alpine. They need 3 in a row. Can only get 1 here on DFH Stadium. Alpha Cap dekes out Magic Bear. This will be J-Pow. He had Hoxer to his left, calling his own number. That's how you know he's feeling it. That bounces off of Jordan. Here goes Hoxer. Worst case scenario for Alpine, but they get away with it.
Yeah, not going to be able to get that one through. XSET's really been kind of coming alive here recently. Getting some wins over teams that weren't expected. Playing well in the grid. Been playing well here. And they're, as we said, or as you said at the start, another team looking for that miracle run. Right now in a better position to do so than version 1, which also creates more of a problem for version 1 in the sense of they have to, win 2 of them. Well, you got to win 2 of them. You need teams like XSET and these other guys that have the opportunity as well to not perform. And right now, XSET is doing just that. Hawks are going to go ahead and reverse, grab the boost, has time, waits to 50. Magic Bear wins that one, going to look to do it again. This one going to go the way of Jordan, but it pops out into the midfield for Alpha Cap.
Alpine is not a team that you typically see come back from deficits like this. When momentum's against them, it's like the world is against them and they can't overcome it. They have to here, or it may well be all over. Magic Bear out to the side, got this win through. J-Pow, opportunity in front, but Alpha Cap will control, forcing Jordan and Percy all the way back. Alpine trying to regain here. J-Pow knocked to the corner. Magic Bear needs one more touch, and it's just not there.
Alpha Cap waits that one out a little long, giving time to Percy to get there. Hoxer gonna dive through the corner, ends up using his flip, and then tries to spend all of his boost to get back to it. A little bit of a waste, and Jordan almost finds the open net. Hoxer somehow makes it back for that.
What else?
Why not? If J-Pow can do it, I definitely can do it. I'm Hoxer. Why not?
I guess. Big demolition from Alpha Cap. That throws off Jordan's plans. This is bouncing around. Could be dangerous. Magic Bear didn't get a lot on it. And J-Pow just ahead of Percy. And that's been the story. J-Pow's defense has absolutely frustrated Alpine.
Well, here in the first opening half, Alpine Esports scoreline almost have as many points on the scoreline as they did in the last game. J-Pow going to try and beat this one in the midfield up against Jordan. Gets a good 50 into the ceiling. See if Hoxer can beat Magic Bear. He cannot. And a lot more speed here on the side of Alpine Esports as they're trying to get this one done. Gonna try and flip reset or use that late flip from Jordan to try and get that one through. Calls his own number. Had a lot of people waiting. Not seeing the passing plays. Really, the thing that's missing from this Alpine offense that we used to talk about so much are the passing plays. We just don't see them. These guys call their own number so often that it makes the offense very one-dimensional.
Alpine needs a lucky break to go their way because clearly skill isn't going to cut it because J-Pow and Hoxer are always in the way. Magic Bear doesn't have anybody else in support, so this will be coming right back in, but he can stay downfield, maybe to help out Jordan. Up to the sky. Magic Bear rotated out, and that's going to go just across as Hoxer makes the save on the goal line.
That was a great effort from Jordan to try and get it through, but once again, the solo play, all 3 defenders back. You're in a situation where as long as they're communicating well, somebody's going to get in the way of that touch. You got to find a way to utilize your teammates. Here's a pass for the first time, and guess what happens? Guess what happens, Tex? Imagine that. Pass the ball to your teammate. Let him finish it off. Get behind him. Set up a transitional goal. Don't take it yourself down the field when that opportunity's there. Give it to somebody else. Pass the rock. They do just that. Finally here, in the lead, in the driver's seat in Game 3 is Alpine Esports. Can they hold it off for another minute? J-Pow comes in. No, absolutely not. They are not going to be able to hold it for very long whatsoever.
Public enemy number 1, J-Pow, has just annoyed teams all through this tournament. And he's got XSET right back in it. Oh boy. All that work from Alpine. And now they got to do it again. J-Pow knocked away. Hoxer blocked by Percy. His Alpha Cap will stay back. J-Pow delays. Alpine, the signs of life are there, but they are fading fast. Down to 30 seconds before we get perhaps overtime. Hoxer up the ladder, flip, reset, and swatted away by Jordan.
Gets a touch there in the middle from J-Pow, but gets demoed off the field. Can't win the 50 on the sidewall from Alpha Cap. He looks to get a little bump on Magic Bear, doesn't find it, and rotates back into net. Looking like we may end up in an OT situation unless something happens here in these final 5 seconds. Passing to the midfield, Jordan up. So's Alpha Cap. That one touches down. Magic looking to try and pinch this one back up. Catches it, keeps possession, brings it across, and Percy gets punched out by J-Pow.
And now you wonder if XSET's going to try. J-Pow out to the corner. That's got a touchdown, right? It does. Overtime as XSET, very familiar with sudden death here. They had plenty of OTs yesterday as they tried to survive in the group stage. J-Pow, little hesitation, blocked by Percy. Alpha Cap, double, no, and Alpine survives for now.
Early cut there from J-Pow to try and maintain this offense. You can see XSET really trying to keep up the pressure. They want to end this one quickly. J-Pow again. Cutting rotation on that side wall. Gets up towards the ceiling to keep it in play. Hoxer now looking to beat Jordan. Tries to get the bump. Can't get it. Gets a little bit of a touch. It opens it up for J-Pow. Shot on target. Just off. Alpha Cap with the follow. Magic Bear with the save.
Well, they had to make 2 stops there. That almost got through on the rebound. Magic Bear pushes this wide. I think he won the race to the corner boost. But it's Alpha Cap who has all day to play this. Jordan waiting for him. Alpha Cap just baited him in. Played him like a fiddle. Look at his center. And Alpha Cap could not wait out Percy.
He waited too long to use his flip. Just barely too late and couldn't get the flip forward to push it under. He had everything there. Just couldn't execute quite in time. Just slightly off on that. Magic Bear here. Looking for the double. Has it. Gonna try and chase this one down the sidewall, but Hoxer will have the touch. Not what he was looking for as it falls right onto the nose of Percy, and J-Pow up early to break up that play.
Good win for J-Pow, cutting off the Alpine attack, or at least slowing them down. Now Magic Bear. He's got both goals for Alpine in this series. Yes, this series. That's their problem as they try to survive here in Game 3, trying to stave off a sweep. Maybe even keep their world's hopes alive. Magic Bear over Alpha Cap. Percy, one to beat. It is just high. Follow-up is on target, and we keep on playing.
Going to Game 4, it took almost 2 minutes of overtime to get it done, but eventually the XSET defense does break. Jordan able to find it, puts one in, capitalizes on that mistake, and Alpine take their first one. Can they mount a comeback here, though, Stacks? It has felt like a struggle all the way through. Stat line much closer here, though, in this game as they do take it down. Ton of saves on both sides, ton of shots. Whew. Starting to become a series.
Yeah, well, Alpine giving their fans a heart attack. I mean, they held a lead for a little bit. XSET got right back in it, but the defense held this time from Alpine. They were able to work as a team defensively, get downfield somewhat quickly. They didn't let XSET get too comfortable in their own end. And now, XSET has to start answering some questions here. Missed an opportunity to shut down Alpine. Can they recover and close the door this time?
So far, I would say that they still feel pretty good being on series point here. I don't think it'll have too much of an effect on them. I still think that all the pressure and the story is going to be on, can Alpine get out here and keep pace for another game? They were able to get there defensively time and time again in the last one. Can they continue to stop? That's a great touch out, but Percy doesn't have enough boost. He's going the right speed, but doesn't have the boost to then get up and make the chase on the ball. Magic Bear with a good beat in the midfield. And J-Pow going to choose to slow this one. Over one. Can Percy get there? Yes, he can.
Well, the first minute, Alpine has owned the midfield boost, and that's going to be a problem, or rather, XSET has owned the midfield boost. That's going to be a problem for Alpine as J-Pow out of the back wall, and that's a great clear out of Jordan. Cannot connect on a shot, though. Hoxer gave up the boost to get the ball. That's going to be a boon for Percy. He can turn on this and be available for Jordan, but the pass never comes, and, well, another solo play goes by the wayside.
Magic Bear going to just try and pop this one high as he comes across field. He'll have to chase it himself. Nobody there. Percy now. He'll be able to take control, looking to try and get it past Hoxer. Not going to happen. Not today. And Magic Bear, another touch. Just a battle here in the midfield. So this has become a quicker pace. Each team getting downfield, but we're not seeing the sustained offense that XSET was having. That sustained kind of dominant offense. Alpha Cap going to try and pinch this one out. A little too much on it for J-Pow's liking.
Good win out of Magic Bear. Jordan was waiting there, and, well, that's about as aggressive as we've seen Alpine this whole series. Waiting on the doorstep, but still cleared away by XSET. Now it's Alpha Cap. J-Pow behind him. Hoxer waiting across, and Alpha Cap just takes it himself. What a shot!
That's one of those. I see you. Yeah, I mean, I know you're there, but Hoxer, I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm gonna do it myself. I got this, man. Lower 90, easy shot. Nice recovery there from Alpha Cap coming off the ceiling to just go ahead and slot that one in with a nice little side roll. And XSET will lead here as we get under just 3 minutes left here in game number 4. Alpine still back against the wall, even more so now that they are behind in the game. Oh, what a touch from Hoxer. Can't beat Magic Bear, though.
Good win for J-Pow to get that ball back in front. Forces Jordan to burn a lot of boost to try and control this. Alpha kept for Hoxer, who's up in a hurry. No double, and J-Pow will just slow play this. He realized Percy would have had him beat. And the Alpine defense doing just enough to hang around here in game 4.
And Hoxer been just off going for those double taps. He's been so close every time. And then the couple times that he has connected down, there's been 2 defenders below to make the save. I have to think of the one Jordan made, I believe, in game number 2. J-Pow won't be able to get this one through. Good effort here from Alpine. Really, Alpine hasn't been able to generate a shot yet. They've had some good effort. They've been winning midfield battles, but they have not been able to put a single shot on net. And nobody home here. Hoxer going to pick this one up off that touch in the midfield. 2 players forward. That was a bad time to try and make a cut in rotation and make that kind of touch to yourself. If you don't hit that absolutely perfect, it is an open net, and he did not catch that perfect. Hoxer punishes.
I want to throw kind of a callback to our friend and colleague Squid. An open backboard is an open net, and once nobody defended the backboard, the double commit was inevitable. Magic Bear's not going to catch this. Oh, he almost did, but Hoxer gets credit for another, and XSET continues to roll in game 4.
What a touch there from Hoxer. The floater up and over. Magic Bear tries to get the pinch down, but can't actually catch the ground. He's too high up, so it just ends up bouncing rather than pinching out.
5 goals from Hoxer, 5 from Alpha Cap. J-Pow slacking just a little bit. He's only scored 4.
J-Pow, get it together, man. What are you doing?
He's about to get number 5. No, he didn't get anything on it.
Like I said, J-Pow, what are you doing, man? Put the shot on net.
Come on. Drop J-Pow. Clearly, that's the solution.
I wouldn't recommend that.
No, probably a bad idea.
Don't do that. Don't do that at all.
This
Jordan
XSET squad
Percy,
is...
That one's off. Jordan with the follow. Shot across. Back post. J-Pow with the save.
This XSET squad is full of people who other teams have passed on. And I scratch my head sometimes. I wonder, really? These guys aren't good enough? Are you sure? They look pretty good right now.
It happens in other sports, too. I have to think back to, being here in Vegas, the first season of the Golden Knights. Bunch of teams giving up players that you didn't expect to come together, and they get a lot done. Hoxer put the shot on target. Jordan saves that away. Sometimes you get a bunch of players with a chip on their shoulder, and you put them all on a team together, and it starts to work out. Hoxer to the ceiling. Alpha Cap with the follow. Just going to go ahead and send that one towards the corner. Wasn't going to have the shot. It takes out Magic Bear on the rotation through.
Time is going to run out on Alpine Esports, and the run continues. X going to give it to you. They got one more shot at making the top 8.
The amount of happy in my heart for that one, Stacks. I'm just going to say right here. Great call, sir. Great call. XSET, take that.
The great call was giving Hoxer the ball time and time again. Because he punished Alpine throughout this series.
I appreciate what you did there for the end, though. XSET, take it down. Alpine going to get knocked out. And, man, XSET's looking good. XSET's looking real good. Hoxer leading the charge a lot of the time. Really throws defenders for a loop. He's always going for those double taps. Sometimes he gets them, sometimes he doesn't, but you have to respect the fact that he has the ability to, and it really opens up the way for Alpha Cap and J-Pow to come in and kind of clean up. And then you talk about the amount of pressure just from bumps. You were talking about it earlier, right? Not demos, just bumps. We're just going to bully you around the field. J-Pow hitting everybody all throughout that series.
XSET's got one more road to cross. We'll see him a little bit later on, either on this stream or on the main stream. One match away from getting into that top 8 and continuing to try and chase down the likes of G2, FaZe, etc. that are way, way up there, up in the 5th and 6th spots. They're still within reach, but only barely. Rogue and E United take the stage next as UGC's coverage of the Knockout Gauntlet continues in just a moment.